I'll be honest about the fact that I went through a divorce and it resulted in me being in the press a lot.
So it was a
It
well-publicized
was
divorce.
very publicized. And that left me feeling very alone. I withdrew from society.
Wow.
I was really ashamed of my situation.
You
I felt
ashamed-
shame not just for myself, self-esteem was affected, but also
Hey guys, you're welcome back to another interesting video. Guys, as you can see, this man trying to narrate his story concerning his divorce with his ex-wife, Toke Makinwa. Now, for some of you who always judge Toke, can you all now be at rest? This man, the good thing is that he took accountability of what he did in the past. But we, the online, in-laws, will be judging matter that we don't even know how we started. A lot say that Toke cheated on her husband. So many people say that Toke, because you got fame, that's why you don't want to stay in the marriage again. But listening at what this man said, you will actually know that 99% of the whole fault came from this man. You cheated, you got someone pregnant, all of these things. So take this thing as a correction today. Do not judge anybody when you don't know the genesis of any story. So any pain that you cannot handle or you've not gone through, do not talk too much with anyone who is going through that situation. It was all over then. Toke left her marriage because of this. Look, Toke did this because of that. The good thing about all of this thing now is that both of them has moved on. But what happens to their children when you are being raised with just one-sided parent? All of these things affects their emotions and all of that. So, but notwithstanding, thank God that he came out today to speak up, because immediately now he released this statement, he began to have, healings all over. Because the worst thing that can ever happen to anyone, you are dying in silence. Nobody is there to, console you and all of that. You are just, and I believe that a lot of people will learn from this particular matter, not just to listen to it, right? A lot of people are going to repeat the same mistake tomorrow. Value what you have. There is no special woman out there. There is no special man out there. In as much as you've made up your mind to settle, marriage is not something of, madam, give me meat from the stew. No. You have to make up your mind. Take some excesses from the both, either from the man or from your woman. Learn how to tolerate. Then after everything, this kind of story that touches the heart will arise. No, it's not making sense. So if you're a man or you're a woman, as you're listening to this man, let it know that what happens to this man, you will repeat it tomorrow. It will be a very big slap, right? So my country people, what do you say about this? Let's go straight to the comment section and hear what our country people talk about this story. So the first person says, see how the men here are blaming Toke despite the man even held himself responsible for what he did. If Nigerian men no blame women for what they actually did themselves, them no fit sleep well for night. Another person says, she will soon do counter testimony. Dramatic people getting married these days. Very anyhow people. So the other person says, background story for the people blaming his ex-wife. This man was the one who scattered his former home by cheating until he got the lady pregnant. If you carefully watch till end of he said, the way he moved forward was by taking accountability for what he did. So a lot of anyone, if you feel like blaming Toke, that's your business. You've heard from the horse's mouth. What else do you want? He took the responsibility of his actions, but it's already late. The young lady has moved on and he has found love again. So I pray, if you've not found love as a young man, make sure and do well and correct yourself and do not let it repeat itself. So guys, thank you for watching at this moment. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please show us love, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.
I'll be honest about the fact that I went through a divorce and it resulted in me being in the press a lot.
So it was a
It
well-publicized
was
divorce.
very publicized, and that left me feeling very alone. I withdrew from society.
Wow.
I was really ashamed of my situation.
You
I felt
ashamed-
ashamed not just for myself. Self-esteem was affected, but also legacy is very important to me. I was ashamed of what I had done to my family name, or what I felt I had done. And as a result, I literally went into hiding.
Wow.
But
What does hiding mean?
I didn't want to interact with anyone. I wanted to stay in my own space, stay at home.
Did you go to work? You stopped going to work?
I found it very difficult to work.
Wow.
It was very hard.
You
know,
began to lose focus.
not just lose focus, lose motivation.
Wow.
Lose the incentive to even get up in the morning.
Wow.
What am I getting up for? Everyone already feels a certain way about me, and so on. Started to lose work. As a result of it, that's when it really started to get to me. As a man, your work is your identity. And I started to lose opportunities. I started to lose business deals. So it became a real problem for me.
Wow.
That's where I made a decision. I literally had to make a decision for my own survival because I was living in hopelessness.
How long did this go on for?
Weeks. It went on for weeks.
Yeah.
I was out of the loop for a whole year. I checked out of life for a year
My God.
to regroup and realize that I was in a very dark space. I was in a hole, but I needed to get out of it.
You see, that's what I'm saying. This might be the most powerful message. You will wonder, how come I'm not fighting in business? And the reason why is that your soul is defeated and crushed, and your passion is gone. You will think you don't like ministry again. You love ministry, but you've been crushed. And so you are not motivated to do something. What was your lowest time when you were first? Did you cry? Did you cry?
Oh, wow. I was on the floor.
Could you sleep sometimes?
No, sleep. What sleep? I didn't even know what that was. I had insomnia. I was paranoid as well. So the few chances that I did get to go out, I had created a scenario in my own mind that everybody knows, everybody's talking about me, people are looking at me, and that would just send me back straight into my own home.
Wow.
So, yes, that feeling of hopelessness and the noise that was going on around me, even though I was in silence,
Wow.
was insane.
Wow. How did you come out of this?
That's where it gets interesting. Like I said, I made a choice. I decided that I didn't want to stay in this space. I did research. That's what I did.
You did research.
I researched
So you never
how to
blamed
deal
yourself,
with
you
this.
never blamed your partner?
No, what
Never-
I did was, the top of the list of the research that I did was accountability. I took the blame on
So
myself.
you blamed yourself?
Yes,
That
100%.
And that makes you feel worse and guilty, right?
It made me feel worse at first, actually.
Until
at
you
first.
began to do something about it.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And I
Thank
began to take practical steps.